Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna do a little pick for y'all today, and I've got this Federal 500 that I've just got recently that takes a kick cylinder. It originally came with a quick set. It was the cheapest one. The seller had several with several different keyways, Schlag, the Sergeant LA, maybe one or two other ones, but I just chose the cheapest because I was going to swap the cylinder out anyways, and got this guy for 27 bucks. And then I took the core out and put a multi-lock interactive. There it is, multi-lock interactive plus, and it has got the interactive element in position number 2, as you can see. And what that does, it's got a little spring-loaded deal on the bottom of the keyway that pushes that up once the key is in position, and then it pushes that pin much higher than the key would without the element. So that is the interactive element, and it works perfectly. And I'm going to be using the number 5 and the number 10 from Multi-Pick, and that is a small, very small flat flag, and then a, I believe it's just medium flat flag. And then for a tension bar, I'm going to use the Hooligan 2mm pry bar from Law Lock Tools. It's quite awkward to hold the tension wrench at that angle, but let's get after it. So 1 is springy, and 2 is binding. Click, 1 click, still binding. 2 clicks, still binding. 3, and a little bit of core movement. So that was a serrated. Number 3. If you get under there. There we go. A small click out of 3. And I think number 2 fell back down a click or 2. Nope. Still set. Number 4, and some more core movement. Number 5, counter and a click. Alright, let's come back to the front here. So number 1 is binding now. Counter rotation and a click. I lost some of my false set, it seems as though. Got another little click out of pin 3. It must have fallen back down. Okay, so now that I feel like I've got all the outer pins set, let's number 1 inner pin. There we go. And we got a deeper false set. Number 2 is our interactive. And we got a very deep false set now. Pin 4, inner pin. I got a little bit more movement after I set that one. And let's go back to pin 2 because I didn't feel anything on 5. Okay. Well, we've got an inner pin holding us up somewhere. And it's not number 1. Number 2 seems to be set. Alright, I think it's pin 5. I just found a little kind of rotation, but really hard to get on this, that center pin with this little flag clear in the back. Okay, we got it. It was pin 2. There we go. And there is the open. You can see well, the inner pins fell back in, but she's open. So let's go ahead and gut this one for y'all. See what we got here. This will be my first time gutting this one as well. And we just got a Phillips screw down there in the shackle, just like any kick cylinder padlock. And there she is. Now she's fully locked back up. There is cylinder with the actuator, and I did have to modify the actuator to make it work. It only had this notch and this notch at the top. So at the 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock position, and then I had to make one at the 4 o'clock position to make it work. So And then of course I had to put this little guy right here. I had to put that guy in there, because without it the key inserts too far into the keyway and it doesn't operate smoothly. So putting that in there stops the key at the correct position and therefore operating smoothly. Don't think I'll need this shim, but just want to be yeah, I don't need it. I don't want to sit there and struggle to get it in. I don't have there we go. That's what she looks like with the key in. And as you notice, number 2 sits a little low, because that's where the active element is. Let's number 1, standard. Number 2 is a standard. Number 3 is a torpedo. Number 4 is also a torpedo. And number 5 is a standard. And if you'll notice right there on position 2, you got that little active element right there. That's what pushes up on the element of the key. And it's right when it's in spring loaded. So that's how that operates, and again you can see it right there. And let's get these all oriented correctly. And let's see what's upstairs. And in position 1, we have a spool. Position 2, we have a serrated. Where that went, I don't know. Oh, there it is. Position 3, we have another spool. position 5, another spool. And position 4, another spool. So chocked full of security pins. And a look inside, just all standard in the core there. And a little bit closer look at the pins here. And there you go. All spools and one serrated in position 2, along with two torpedo drivers in 3 and 4, and I'm sorry, key pins, not drivers. And then standard in, well, I guess, would these be a serrated? I don't see that ever comes into play at the bottom of the key pin, but I'm noticing that number 5 does not have that. So if anybody knows why those have a serration at the bottom of the key pin, please let me know. Is that a security measure, or is it have a purpose other than a serration? Alright, I hope you all enjoyed that. If you like what you see, please hit that like button and share the video with anybody else who might like to check it out. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it, and leave me a comment. Alright, thanks y'all. Have a good one. Peace.